Hi people, my name is Argantios and today I'm going to talk about Holy Priest, that spec that nobody wanted in the beginning of the game and well, which was a result that it was much better than most content creators was saying it was. I'm going to talk about how the Shadowlands Holy Priest is doing, and I'm going to talk about how it will do in 9.1 and what it needs to really shine. Not in this expansion, because I don't think the changes needed will be done in this expansion, but looking forward in next expansions, what could be done in order to make it to improve it and to put it up there with other classes and specializations. So we're going to begin by the stats. The stats are not going to change from 9.0 to 9.1. For Mythic Plus, you will want to go hast up to 15, 20%, and then crit and versatility. If you are going to do high Mythic Plus, versatility over crit. If you are going to go pugs and 15 is going to be your top, crit over versatility probably better. For raids, you want to go with about 10% haste and then mastery and crit, about the same. So what we had basically a rock start. I had a lot of radiation in Mythic Plus because people were, oh, you're a holy priest, you're the worst of the worst, you are very bad. Luckily that have changed along the path. We have seen even holy priests doing 20s, high 20s. If you know who Automatic Jack is, well, he has showed how to do it. And two main builds have emerged for Holy Priest. Okay, so I'm going to show you more or less what's the basis for those builds. The first build is the build for High Mythic Plus. Okay, the one Automatic Jack uses. It is based in Renewable Faith, Guardian Angel, Apotheosis, and Benediction. Okay, with these talents, and then using the Flash Concentration legendary. With that, you can, let's say that in an organized group, you can do really good things. Okay, I recommend you to go and see his videos. It's very nice. Now, that comes with some choices here regarding the conduits. Okay, and you have to use Lasting Spirit and Resonant Words. Okay, when I see the legendary and this conduit, I say, okay, this could be a pretty good combo, and I was right. It has turned to be a pretty good combo. It's very potent and is the one that high holy priests are using in Mythic Plus. Okay. Now, is this the only one you can choose? No, actually no. You can use two, and I recommend it if you are doing lower keys and Radiant. Okay, I think the best option is to use Holy Oration, Resonant Words, and then as a legendary you want to use Harmonious Apparatus, both for raid and for lower Mythic Plus. During each match they have improved it a bit, but I don't think it will be up there. Okay, in any case, for 9.1. I will talk about the new legendaries a bit later. And those are kind of the two choices you can make. If you are going to do lower keys, you will want alignment also, and Apotheosis is better. Benediction, Light of the Naru, Renewal Fate is okay. You can use them. Okay, the only talent I really swapped for my original time was Cosmic Ripple to Guardian Angel, because I see that it's really better than Cosmic Ripple. Cosmic Ripple is a bit more of healing but Guardian Angel really improves very much the proposal of the Guardian Spirit spell. So, as I tell you, I use Divine Star for Mythic Plus and Light of the Naru, even for Prideful. With the new affix, Apotheosis is not going to be as useful as it is with Prideful, so I would go with Light of the Naru in general. Apotheosis might still be good, okay? It depends of the higher the key, probably the best Apotheosis will be. If you are doing lower keys, I will go with Light of the Naru. In any case, Light of the Naru plus Harmonious Apparatus plus here Holy Oration is an amazing potent combo too, because you can reduce the CD of Holy Word Sanctify, Holy Word Serenity, and Holy Word Chastise very, very, very quickly. You are almost everything having them up, which in an environment in which you will need them to be up very often is very, very nice. Okay, for right, I will go also for this Harmonious Apparatus build. No, a conduit I'm surprised I have not arisen a bit more is Charitable Soul. I know that Translucent Image is the best, both for raid and for high Mythic Plus, okay, especially in, well, the other side, but I still use Charitable Soul, and in low keys, and especially when I say lower keys, I mean 15 or less. The only dungeon for 15 or less in which I use Translucent Image is for the other side. The other side, I need this one, because for some of the trash is or I use this one or I will die, for sure. But in any other Mythic Plus, I use Charitable Soul, because with this level, okay, the amount of shield I have is much efficient than flash heal. Yes, especially, and this is especially true if I have Holy Word Serenity and Guardian Spirit in CD, okay, and I say someone that mess it up, and I say, okay, I have to save it, but I have not Holy Word Serenity, I have not Guardian Angel, so what I do, I use Shield, Power or Shield, and as almost every pull, almost every boss has AoE damage, I'm putting a shield on myself, I'm increasing my defenses, and is something I have not to heal. So I think that in the next patch, in 9.1, Charitable Soul is going to go up, because we can pick another endurance conduit slot, and Translucent Image, we are going to have this one for granted, so I think this one will go up for Holy Priest. There's 3 new conduits, one of endurance, one of finesse, and one of potency. I have seen only the potency and endurance ones. They were overtuned at that time, and I have not seen them since, so I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not really sure of what happened. Now, talking about covenants. Covenants, if you remember my previous video, I say, okay, choose what you want, because this may change in any point in time, and I was fucking right. I said F word. Well, no matter. I'm not monetizing this anyway. So because I say, okay, Night Fae is the worst covenant right now for Holy Priest until 9.0.5. In 9.0.5, they buffed Night Fae Covenant, and it was an in turn from the worst to the best in a single patch. So right now, Night Fae is the best covenant with the damage reduction. It went from 10% to 20%, and it's right now is the best covenant mainly for that. The Night Fae conduit 5 Fermata is also very good. It's a good competence in regarding for conduits, Okay, I have a shadow perception here, but it's a nice combo right here. Okay, you can use it. It's good enough, as to say. Especially in Mythic Plus, it's very strong because you have the damage reduction in 2 players at the same time, and it's a good amount of damage reduction. No, that's a new legendaries. Oops, not here. Sorry. Here. We have for Venthyr, we have Shadow Wall Manipulation. Mind Game lasts an additional 3 seconds and reverses an additional 10% damage or healing. When mind games can no longer reverse healing or damage, gain 3% critical strength for each second remaining of for 10 seconds. This might be a good legendary for raid. Okay, basically because in raid, if you use it in the proper time, especially the mind games debuff last for 1-2 seconds as much, and now we have a mind games which will last for 8 seconds, which means you will usually have between 5 and 7 seconds remaining when the debuff expires, which is about 15 to 21% extra crit for 10 seconds, which is very powerful. If you also have theater, okay, have to choose here mental recovery and what's like property, you have 3% extra versatility plus 15 to 21% extra crit each 45 seconds, which is a lot. This is a huge buff. So this might be a good legendary for raid. For Mythic Plus, it will not be, because it's very rare that mind games duration is so short. If you time it very well, it might be, but you are not going to time it very well. And for trash, it will last longer, so you will not have so much crit. I don't see this Mythic Plus, seriously. In raid, it might be. Okay, it's not a bad legendary in raids. Now, Wolf Sandy's Pact. Enter a pact with the Loa, calling for a Haunted Mask that lingers on a target until 5 Guardians ends. Haunted Mask copies the benefit of the current fairy on its target, follows your Direct Mask. I'm not really sure what Direct Mask means, but if it works as I think it works, it means that when you direct a Fae to whatever it is, it doubles that phase damage or damage reduction or whatever, okay, or mana recovery, whatever it is, which is very good because we can go from 20% damage reduction to 40% damage reduction, which is a lot. This is a good legendary, especially for Mythic Plus. I think this is going to be a very good legendary, and it will compete with Flash Concentration and Harmonious Apparatus easily, if you are Night Fae. Of course, if you are not Night Fae, you don't mind that. Its first has money. Boon of the Ascendant cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds up to 60 seconds for each Boon of the Ascendant consumed by a standard eruption. I think that this legendary makes Discipline Priest extremely good. As for Holy Priest, I'm not sure it's really worth it. Okay, if you are Kyrian, you probably will want to go still with Flash Concentration or with Harmonious Apparatus. I might be wrong, okay, so keep looking, but I don't think this legendary is going to really quit anything. And finally, we have Panic Command. Casting Unholy Nova summons a Brooding Quarry that gains 2% additional damage and healing each time an enemy affected by Unholy Transfusion is damaged by an ally up to 100%. The Brooding Cleric serves you for 20 seconds, healing an ally for 721. If it reaches the 100%, it means that it will heal an ally for 1442. Okay, so it increases the healing is done. As we are Holy Priest, it only does healing. If we were Shadow Priest, it would increase damage. In any case, it could be nice maybe for damage spikes to help with them, but I think it's very niche. I think Necrolords have the worst legendary of all, and I don't really see them using this legendary at all in their toolkits. Okay, I think Necrolord priest, holy priest, will keep going with harmonious apparatus and with flash concentration. No, what is left? Okay, more changes. In 9.0.5 we have already a change to Divine Hymn. It makes it more powerful, but still it was not enough. We know that 20% more healing for 15 seconds is very good, okay, but you still have to heal it, not you or your partners, okay, and given the kind of how it worked in raids, it was not really enough. Now we have several changes for 9.1, both in PvP talents and in some spells. So let's go with what changes there are in spells. Oh, there is a change for a conduit, which I want to tell you. So the Finesse conduit Clear Mind, okay, the spell magic, purify a magic spell, because they have nerfed this one in a 20%. So right now this true level 100 should be like kind of 26% mana reduction, 25, and now it's only 21%. So take that into account. They have nerfed this conduit pretty hard. Is it still the best? I don't think anyone will have any doubt about it, but it's not the best anymore. Besides, they have nerfed it, so you will use more mana now. Now let's go with what I wanted to say is more changes. They have redesigned Symbol of Hope. Increase the mana gain from 12% to 18%, which might help if you have a Holy Paladin. Holy Paladins now will use more mana. So if you want your Holy Paladin to keep being OP, you will need more mana for him, which Symbol of Hope can give it to you. So that might give a spot for Holy Priest in raids, in order to improve other specs works. It also reduces the cooldown of some defensive abilities by 60 seconds. In our case, it's here Desperate Prayer. For Paladins, it's Divine Shield, or depending of the Paladin, because it might be also. I forgot the name of the protection Paladin. King's, well, the one who makes you take 50% less damage. Okay, that one. So it depends of the class and of the spec. It will reduce one thing or another. No, I think for Prot Paladins was Ardent Defender. Ardent Defender, actually. Sorry about that. So, okay. More changes. They have both Flash Heal. In PvP. It will not. It will now heal 15% more in PvP, which is okay, not really bad. And all the rest of the changes are for PvP, in which, well, we needed a bit of help. Okay, Raider Fate, they have actually I don't find the word now. Well, anti-buff, okay, unbuff. They have nerfed it. That was the word. Okay, it lasted 4 seconds, and now it lasts only 3 seconds. It's a 20% nerf. They have nerfed Miracle Worker also. The CD reduction is now of 20% instead of 25% that it had before. Holy Word, it has no changes as far as I know. Sanctified Ground, they have redesigned this talent. Before you cast it and you have your area in which people into there, were not the enemy could not interrupt you. Now it has been tied to Holy Word Sanctified. So each time you use Holy Word Sanctified, you bless the ground and have the same effect you had before, which is very good because you don't have to cast another spell. You are going to be casting Holy Word Sanctified from time to time, which means you are going to have it active from time to time. Okay, this is a good change in my opinion. This will be a time to look at least. Greater Hell, they have both this one also. They have reduced the CD from 15 seconds to 12 seconds, and it also do not take into account any healing reduction effects away from dampening. Dampening is for everyone, but this rogue or warrior or hunter spells, venoms or whatever that reduce healing in a target are not going to be affected in Greater Heal. Cardinal Mending has been buffed. It now increases the prior mending healing by 50%, and its range is up to 10 yards or 10 meters. You play in Europe, in not England, Europe. Spirit, no changes here. No changes here. Toastel is simply for the others, for the ones who are stilled. Divine Ascension has been buffed. Now it also increases the radius of all your spells by 50%, which was needed because if you use this spell and I jump high, but suddenly I cannot heal my mates because they are so far away that my spells did not reach them. So a nice buff here. And finally we have a new challenge, Improved Mass Dispel. Mass Dispel cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds, and its cast time is reduced by 1 second. Okay, so we go from 55 seconds. I'm not sure if this still bit is right. Oh, I have no PvP active. Okay, sorry. Well, I'm not sure if this still is right. I think it might be reduces in 15 seconds, not to 15 seconds. Mass Dispel for each 15 seconds is kind of valid. So I think it will be 30 seconds CD. It reduced the CD of Mass Dispelling in 15 seconds, not to 15 seconds. I might be wrong here. Okay, I have not tested. So, and its cast time is reduced by 1 second, which means that now I cast it in 1.3 seconds. It will be 0.3 seconds. So unless the enemy is very very fast or it has very luck, a lot of luck, it's very lucky, they are not going to interrupt you while launching Mass Dispel anymore. So now, will all this put Holy Priest up there with shamans, restoration shamans, holy paladins, discipline priests? I don't think so. Why? Well, there was a time in which Holy Priest was OP. You know why? It was a time when we had a spell called Lightwell, and it was his 2.0 version, in which we put the Lightwell, and the Lightwell would have heal people while we were doing anything else. We could have do damage, we could move, and the Lightwell would heal the people easily enough. In that time we were OP. We were able to do 2 things at a time, both heal and either do damage or move. Probably move. More often move. Then, which classes are OP right now? Well, we have Holy Paladins, which can actually move, do damage, and heal at the same time. 3 things at the same time. Yes, they have nerfed a bit for 9.1, but I don't see them really much weaker. They can still do the 3 things at the same time. Now, we have Restoration Shaman. Restoration Shaman, when they remove Lightwell for Holy Priest, they gave Restoration Shamans totems which heal in AoE, which means they were the ones who could put a totem, and while the totem healed, they were able to do damage or move. So they trespass the openness from Holy Priest to Restoration Shamans. And we have Discipline Priest, which thought penance can heal and do damage and move at the same time. So you see where I'm going. You see. Then we have Mistweaver monks. They were OP when they could heal, damage, and move at the same time. Why are not the OP now? Because their numbers are so low that it does not matter if they can do all those three things. In 9.1 they are getting buffed, so I predict that Mistweaver monk will go up with Holy Paladins, Discipline Priest, and Resto Shamans, and we might see them in Mythic raiding. And what happens to Restoration Druids? Well, they were OP when in Legion they could cast Tranquility while moving. So you see, in the end, what is my point? We need Lightwell back. The 2.0 version of Lightwell, the one we put there, and it healed people while we could do damage or move. It's as easy as that. How could we do it? Well, I don't think they are going to do it in Shadowlands, but maybe for next expansion. They could remove Afterlife, which is a pretty useless talent in my opinion. Okay, I suppose someone picked it, but I don't know anything or anyone who actually does it. It works well with Benedictus, the legendary, but you need to pick that legendary and it's not so good. And it could compete with Guardian Angel, which is a good talent, and if they buff Cosmic Ripple, these three talents, okay, here, Cosmic Ripple, Guardian Angel, and Lightwell, could compete between them. Probably Lightwell will be the picked version most of the times, but I think it could be a nice interesting. They could put it a very long CD, like 10 minutes CD, or not usually in arenas, or 5 minutes CD, not usually in arenas and whatever. And I think it could be fine. And that's what I think that Holy Priest needs to be up there in Mythic raiding Indian. Something which allows it to heal and move or do DPS at the same time. Something right now is not there. Okay, yes, we are better than we were in BFA in that regard. We have Power Shadow World, and we have other things, but I don't think it's enough. So here we are, another patch 9.1 in which we will have to work harder than other healing specs, but away from that, nothing new in the horizon. So I hope you have found this interesting. I hope I have not forget anything. Stats, legendaries, ways of healing, paths. I think I have touched everything. So have a nice day, have a nice patch, enjoy it, and see you next time.